Jamal and Kim's Inner Circle Health Tribe, episode 42.
I think sometimes with men, we don't really focus on health until something of sexual nature happens to us. If we can't perform, then that's when we want to eat healthy.
It's time to reverse the imbalances in your life as you take the first step on your own journey towards personal change. Welcome to Jamal and Kim's Inner Circle Health Tribe, educating, empowering, and inspiring individuals to live healthier. Now here are your hosts and your guides to natural living, Jamal and Kim.
Hi, Kim and Jamal here, and welcome to another episode of Jamal and Kim's Inner Circle Health Tribe podcast. This is episode 42 featuring Chef Will of Raw Venture, and I'm Kim and I'm joined with Jamal.
Greetings, everyone.
And
peace and blessings.
Yes, and this was another great interview we have that we're sharing with you this week. It's a great topic. It's a topic that I know Jamal will like to do more of, and it's really catered towards the men because for whatever reason, shape, form, or fashion, us women, ladies, we tend to care about our health. I wouldn't say we care about it, but we do tend to it a lot more than men do. And unfortunately, a lot of times men will address their health when they're faced with some type of adversity. Then they kind of get inspired to, do the things that are necessary to balance their health. And in this interview with Chef Will, we dive into, inspiring men to be healthy. And as you heard in the soundbite, he was just saying, and he felt in his experience working with men, that if it's affecting your performance, your sexual performance, your virility and vitality, that's when men kind of take notice and say, hey, I got to get my act together.
Yeah. And a lot of times when your health gets to a point where it's affecting your sexuality, then that means that it's very progressed. There were other signs and things going on along the way that led to that. So it's pretty bad when it gets to that point. And now just kind of reflecting on it and thinking about it, society doesn't really make good health attractive for men.
Right.
It makes working out, going to the gym attractive to men. We see the images of, a ripped body. We see people in the gym and things of that nature. They make that attractive, but you never really see men just eating images of men really just eating healthy and just taking their, healthy and holistic lifestyle to the next level.
Or the picture that you do see of the man doing it is like frail. And
yeah, it's just like a little frail,
no muscle tone.
Tiny guy. It's just the image is not attractive and it doesn't make men compelled to want to do something on the front end. It's not until they're like forced, their back is against the wall, that it makes them want to do that. And I really like Chef Will's approach. And if you take a look at his pic, he's a big guy. He's not just this little guy. He's a big guy. He shatters the myths that, you can't be big and or have some size on you and eat raw foods and eat healthy, because that's what he does. So I'm looking forward to being able to share this show with the men and the women that are out there. Take some time, listen to it with your brother, your father, listen to it with your husband, your
share
mate.
It with them.
Yeah, share it with them so that they could be exposed to this valuable information today.
Yeah. So before we dive into the interview, I just want to read a little bit about Chef Will. Chef Will is a native of St. Mary, Jamaica, and was blessed to learn the fundamental properties of natural foods, herbs, fruits, vegetables, and meats. Having family members who cooked Ital foods allowed him to attain the skills for making exotic, delicious Caribbean meals. Upon moving to the United States as a teenager, Wolford stayed in the kitchen with family and friends who later became mentors in nurturing his craft. Through the years, he indulged in the new and exciting flavors that came along with the standard American diet. Luckily, his island origin kept him grounded with healthy, natural foods. As he got older, Wolford, or Chef Will, I should say, was blessed to work in many restaurants and has cooked a variety of Caribbean and American meals. But it wasn't until changing his own diet to better his health did he stumble across the Raw Food Voyage, and later Chef Raw Venture was born. And for the full bio regarding Chef Will, just go to jkhealthtribe.com/42 and you can access the show notes for today's podcast episode and his full bio. Just go to jkhealthtribe.com/42. So without further ado, let's dive in to today's interview. Hi, Kim and Jamal here. And today we are joined by Chef Will. Chef Will, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing great.
What's going on, Chef Will?
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes.
I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, and thank you for joining us. And we look forward to sharing some amazing information with our community today.
Yes.
So for people just learning about you for the first time, what is your personal story? Who is Chef Will?
Well, Chef Will is a native of Jamaica, and I grew up learning about foods, and I also got into healthy eating because I was tired of pain and sickness and all of that. And by learning food from some of the masters like Dr. Iris Laham and Maholi Rostar in Brooklyn, I found that food can be healing. And because that food is our medicine, so I turned my kitchen into a pharmacy. And I've been doing that and helping a lot of people in my community heal by just using food.
Mm.
You know.
I like what you said about making your kitchen a pharmacy.
Right.
You know, that talks about directly the power of food. You know, people don't look at their kitchen as a pharmacy,
as a healing laboratory.
Yeah, but you hit it on the nose with that. You know, the power of food. And so what are some of the things that you were dealing with as far as health challenges before you began to change your lifestyle?
Oh yeah, definitely. One of my biggest challenges was I had hypertension, you know. So I went to the doctor and they told me that I was stressed out. I need to cut down on, working out because I was doing it the standard American way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I was eating the white meat, chicken breast, the broccoli and stuff like that. So I thought that was the healthy way, drinking the milk and all of that.
Yeah.
So when that was I had a headache for days, and I'm like, I can't be healthy. This can't be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So after he told me that, I had a couple of friends that was, always been vegetarian, eating, we call it ISO food in Jamaica, and they always eat that. I was like, let me try that. Mm-hmm. And when I did that, and I went back for a checkup, he was like, whoa, you lost a lot of weight. And, I found out that my blood pressure was in spec. My stress was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, well, you got to be careful because you stop eating meat and you start doing that. So I was like, well, if I'm feeling better, I have more energy, why should I be careful?
Right.
So I just went like full speed ahead into it. And when I started researching and finding out about it more, plant-based food, and I started being a chef already, working in Caribbean restaurants, I already have the know-how how to cook.
Okay.
So I took it from that level to making more healthier meals.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the difference in myself. I felt great. I started looking great. It's like I found a partner youth.
Yeah.
So when I said, I was like, whoa, it's like people looking at me like, you're not even aging, dude. What's going on with you? And I'm like, yeah, I found something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run with it. And I started going to seminars, workshops, and I started, and then I met some of the great people that was in the raw food movements for years, and I started listening to them and they started talking, and it's like the healer within me was, ignited and
mm-hmm.
became alive.
Yeah.
So with each other.
Yeah.
So
you pointed out, you said a whole lot just now. One of the things that I want to touch on is you said that you found the fountain of youth and just mm-hmm. how just from eating a certain way reversed your aging process.
Right.
And it happened to us, and we see it with our clients. We see how they begin to eat healthier and they reverse the aging process. And we live in a very vain society, and they want to look younger and preserve their age. No one wants to get older. When people start getting a certain age, they start to feel uncomfortable with telling their age. So everyone's looking for creams. Everyone is looking for makeup and things of that nature, when really the fountain of youth is really in the food. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because that's so important. If you're serious about preserving your age and looking younger, increasing the elasticity in your skin, it's all in the food and the antioxidants. So I'm happy that you brought it up, because that's a very important point right there. Mm-hmm. You're only going to be the quality of the material that you provide. So if you're giving your body the top-notch material, is going to build a top-notch person. If you're giving it, just kind of, cheap supplies and cheap material, is going to build the cheap person. And that's something that people aren't taught. They don't really know that. We say it all the time, you are what you eat, but people don't realize how literal that actually is.
Also, when people want to get healthier, the first thing they look at is going to the gym.
Right.
So they kill themselves in the gym, and then when they go on the scale and they don't see not an ounce being lost, they're like, what's going on? It's like, what are you eating?
Right.
It all starts with the diet. It does.
What it does.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, because a lot of people have trouble with that, because they medicate themselves with food. Mm-hmm. So to have to deal with their things in real time, that's tough for a lot of people. So when they start to embrace this lifestyle and these things start coming up, it becomes a challenge for them, especially the brothers. I'm glad to have you on as another man eating plant-based, because it just seems like the brothers are just slow with coming around with their food. A lot of times, they wait until they're sick to finally try to do something about it. So in your opinion, why do you think it's more important now than ever for men to start eating better and treating themselves better?
You said that, because a lot of times I'm on Facebook and I'm sharing information. I have more sisters reaching out to me than brothers.
Yeah.
Right.
I think sometimes with men, we don't really focus on health until something of sexual nature happens to us. Mm. If we can't perform, then that's when we want to eat healthy. Yo, man, what can you eat to do this? But it's not something it's not something you eat to perform tonight.
Right, exactly.
Many brothers do that. They ask, what's good for that? But I'm like, dude, you have to be eating this constantly. It's not for energy tonight. It's for energy to sustain you for life.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And with that concept, it's important for men to have health, because obesity, diabetes in our community is running rapid, and some of these brothers have that, and that will also impair. A lot of times people ask me, like, I have sexual, dysfunction. I say, you might take it lightly, but you might have had a heart attack or a brain attack,
right?
And the body shut down the least vital organ,
right? Yeah.
I say, to the body, the sexual organ is not vital.
Right.
The brain is vital. That your heart is vital, so it shuts down that, so that your brain or your heart can function. You see?
Yeah.
You have to eat for your overall health. Yeah. And a lot of brothers don't really. Oh, I'm a man. I can eat whatever I want and this and that. But we have prostate cancer. And a lot of men lately are having that cancer or are having that. Like my mom, before she retired, we were talking one day, and she's like, I see a lot of young men, 20 and 30, having cancer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was never in my time, and she was working as a health aide, and that's before she retired. She was like, wow, a lot of kids are having the illness.
Right. Yeah.
It's like now you're breaking down and you want to go around and run around doing this, but you're not putting anything back. So now the body's deteriorating. And you're not conserving your life force. That's very important also as a man.
Right.
We feel like getting rid of the life force is just like thing, but the body takes the best of everything, the best from the heart, the best from the liver, because you're procreating life.
Right. Yeah.
So you're taking that. What are you putting back? Burger King and McDonald's is not going to put that back.
Right.
And just,
you know what I'm saying? And
just so the brothers are clear and people are clear, when you say that they're wasting their life force, can you be clear on what we're talking about?
Yeah, when you ejaculate,
Mm-hmm.
each time you ejaculate, you're taking the best from your brain and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the virility and the thing and all of that and the stamina is gone. So you might think, oh yeah, I did this and I'm but then what you go eat?
Right. Yeah.
You have yourself a slice of pizza and some Coke.
Yeah.
You didn't replace the zinc, the magnesium, the potassium, the protein that you gave up.
Right.
Yeah.
You didn't replace none of that.
Powerful point.
Empty calories.
Yeah.
You just put empty calories in your body.
Because think about what you're doing. This is this life force to create life. The amount of force, the amount of potential energy, the amount of nutrition that goes into that. And you hit it on the nose. You give so much of yourself, a piece of each and every part of your being. You're giving that, and then you put back a burger in your body to replace that, and it's impossible.
Yeah, I remember one time we were having a conversation, me and a brother, and he said, "I'm stingy with my life force."
Mm-hmm.
And I say, "You're stingy?" He said, "Yeah, because that's my life."
Yeah,
right. When I was younger, I didn't know that. Now that I've grown and I've known it, I'm very stingy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things as men, we can eat a lot of black food, like black beans, red grapes and stuff like. Those are the things that helps with that. Also for virility, black rice.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to put 100% raw on your dish.
Yeah.
You can have a lot of live food. Put more live food, enzyme food on there, because that's where the enzyme help breaks down the food, so your body don't have to do that. One of the things that I've learned being in the whole raw food thing is, like, the fruits, and the higher the fruits is, they're electric food. They're more electric. So they pull things in the body. They move through the body. And the greens and the root vegetables are more magnetic.
Yeah, and
but
and also, because you're talking about the bringing this life force in the body and the importance of it, and on the other side of that, a lot of brothers and just people in general don't realize that certain things that they're doing that they need to stop doing, like just bringing the good things into the body and bringing the life force into the body is powerful. But for the most profound results, there's certain things that you need to eliminate or cut back on, because we're talking about, like when you were talking about being impotent and things like that with the brothers, like drinking a lot of alcohol and smoking
because. And that's another thing brothers need to stop. They need to stop it. It's okay to get a colonics. It's okay.
Yeah.
Every time I tell people that I used to get a colonics, like every, 3 times a week or whatever. They look at me like I'm this and I'm that. And I'm like, bro, listen to me. I don't care what you say about me, but this is my health.
Right.
My health. And I'm going to live. When I leave here, you're gonna either say, "Yo, he was right," or "He was wrong." But this is my body, and
right,
yeah,
yeah, it's like
very important.
Yeah, powerful tools, and you hit it on the nose, man. The brothers, the men, we have to get over this here, because if you're going to be so extreme to have drinking and polluting, polluting your liver and constantly wasting your seed, but you're not willing to do what you have to do to cleanse your body on the opposite side of that, that's not balance. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to live that lifestyle, you got to be willing to clean yourself and be extreme with your cleaning.
Yeah. And that's where approaching health on a holistic standpoint, instead of just saying that I'm going to go to the gym or I'm going to eat this healthy, you're approaching it from a holistic mind, body, and spirit. The thing is this, you're smoking and you're drinking, you're bringing in about toxin in the body. And the more you bring in toxin, the more the body has to be working to get rid of these toxins. I feel like a lot of times, being Jamaican, and people always say, you don't smoke weed, cannabis, marijuana. I said, no, I don't do that. Mm-hmm. I said, I can't put carbon monoxide in my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that. They said, why not? I said, that's putting smoke in my lungs. No, if they can find a way of doing it, but they have ways where people, I've grown up with people in Jamaica that use the cannabis and make food with it. They treat it like a regular vegetable.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's okay, but when you start bringing some foreign substance in your lungs, come on.
Right.
Can't tell me that, it's a good thing and this and that. No.
Mm-hmm.
It's smoke.
Right. Yeah.
That's where I break it down.
Yeah, it's toxicity smoke. that you're breathing in, like outside of the effects, like what's directly happening to the lungs itself. Dan, let me ask you a question. So a lot of brothers out there, they're listening to the show. What advice would you give to, some brothers that's trying to find easy ways to begin that process of putting more life force in their body?
Well, like when you're starting to put more food in your body, it's easier to start. For me, I would say start with breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because breakfast is simple and easy. You can do bananas, smoothies, and stuff like that. Those are great and easy to do. A salad for lunch. And like I say, the raw until dinner,
mm-hmm.
where you can have a plant-based dinner. Some simple quinoa. Quinoa, a lot of people say, I don't know how to cook quinoa. I said, quinoa can be like rice.
Right.
Just cook it like how you cook rice.
Exactly.
Stop trying to make it. Stop trying to make it that.
Yeah.
And when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should do is drink a glass of water.
Mm-hmm.
First thing, water with some lemon in it.
Yeah.
That gets your digestive system started. That's one of the first things you can do to incorporate raw food in your food, because
mm-hmm.
and that's it. And you just get a kale salad. One of the easiest kale salad for a brother to do, I'm telling you, this is the easiest kale. Get some kale, wash it, and get some avocado, and just mash it up in it. Just do it with your hand. Rub it up. Put some olive oil and a little bit of sea salt. That's the best salad you're ever going to make. Cut up some tomato in it. It doesn't even take anything to make that. That was one of my first salads.
Yeah. And you just gave a real quick recipe for everyone, so I hope you try it. Yeah.
You put some lemon juice. Lemon juice also make it more easily digestible. You sit down and you enjoy that salad and say, I made this.
Right. Yeah.
I made this.
Yeah.
I could make more. I could do this.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Right.
And you can just, that's lunch right there. Because when I say sometimes I eat an avocado, that's sometimes my fat. A sandwich that a brother can do, which is great, and I've seen my friend does it. He does hummus with sprouts, avocado on it. And he eats that with the greens,
Yes.
And those are the things that you can do to make your input more raw in, because even having snacks, you can have nuts for snacks, nuts and some raisins and stuff like that, where you can buy bulk nuts and make your own mixture, And it's important to get some exercise in.
Yeah.
That's just part of the whole healthy eating thing, You get the body. And go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying you're just bringing up a lot of powerful points,
mm-hmm.
and I mean you've given people a lot of things, like a lot of tips that they can use to begin to take their life to the next level. And I just want to switch gears a little bit, because I know that you cater. I know you have a catering service. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, catering service is with you know, my mate Mary, she has a business, Window of Wellness, which she was on your show before.
Yeah.
Right.
And what we do sometimes is she might do a diagnosis or assessment of someone, and I create the meals.
Okay.
And what my catering service do, I curate raw and vegan meals for different people. Since we relocated to Virginia, that's what we've been doing, potlucks, to introduce, you know, my style of making meals to the local area and the community. What I do is I try to incorporate it, like make my meals like a multivitamin type of meal where make the food with iron and vitamin C to ensure that you get the maximum nutrition from all my meals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everywhere you go, like you said, men in the community, you know, there's a lot of overweight men, belly fat, which belly fat, if you have belly fat, you know, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have diabetes or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So with the catering company, I try to educate everyone on the importance of eating healthy.
Yes. So right now, people that want to take advantage of, you know, your services and just your expertise of, you know, what you're putting out there as far as just eating healthier, more plant-based, more raw foods, where can they go? How can they follow you? How can they contact you?
You can contact me on social media at Wilfred Chef Raw Venture Campbell on Facebook, and also I'm on Gmail, which is Chef Wilfred Raw Venture 725@gmail.com, and you can also contact me via my cell phone, which is 646-943-1120. When Mary with her service say, "Oh, I got a person, they need this and they need juices," I create these juices, and these juices are created in love and in energy. Mm-hmm. And there's another quick recipe for those who are transitioning: couscous or any whole grain. You soak these grain in carrot juice and cucumber juice and lemon juice, a cup of each, and you sit it overnight. These grains will become soft because you put like the enzyme in them. And then you just add some veggies to it, and you season it. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's a great recipe right there. That's a great transitional recipe. Put it in a thing and juices, and I put some cumin and some mint and some basil, because that's what you make couscous tabbouleh. And one of the things is that I had so much great information and training from Dr. Iris Lahan, which was one of the biggest raw food pioneers, you know, and I'm grateful.
Yeah, he's incredible. Yeah,
and that's one of the things that I do with my classes, and when I cater or I do anything, I try to incorporate everyone to teach you not to just depend on recipes or follow recipes, but you give you the foundation to create your own recipes. Mm-hmm. You know, and one of the things is that when people tell me stuff, I say, "Did you get a holistic assessment?"
Right.
What is that? Did you get a consultation? You need to go with a holistic assessment. Get an assessment, because you guys that do a great job.
Yeah.
And you have to have that in the community, you know, where you're doing that. You can't say, well, somebody comes to me, I want to eat healthy and this. I say, well, get an assessment or a consultation, and then, you know, find out what you're dealing with, and we can go from there.
I think that's powerful advice. You know, we want to wrap things up. We appreciate you being on the show,
Definitely.
Chef Will.
Yes.
And any final parting words or advice for our listeners?
Advice for the listeners: there's a lot of healers in our local community. You know, from weight trainers to energy healer, Reiki healers. You know, like you guys and everybody. We need to utilize them so we can heal ourselves, because we can say that we want to be a community, you know, but to be a community, you have to support these so we can keep the doors open.
You know what, Chef? Well, we really appreciate you on the show. Yes. And also in the near future, we want to have you down at our holistic center to do a plant-based workshop. That's what we need to do. It needs to be. We want to have you for just for a workshop in general, but we need to do something just specifically for the brothers. And, Kim, you could close it out?
Oh, sure. And now, before we go, for all the information that we discuss in this episode, just go to jkhealthtribe.com, type Will, W-I-L, in the search box, and you will gain instant access to the show notes. And Will, thank you once again for joining us. It was a powerful, powerful show, and we hope to see you soon, okay?
It was my pleasure. Thank you guys for having me. You guys been one of the things for us. We as a couple, we're watching you guys as you do your business, and it's great to have you guys in the community. It's something that we can model our life after.
Oh, thank you.
What I'm saying?
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you guys, and thank you for having us always.
Cool, my brother. So we will definitely talk soon and be in touch.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you again.
Right. Thank you. Peace, my brother.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Peace. All right.
So that is the conclusion of our interview with Chef Will. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode, but most importantly, you received value from it. And for direct access to the show notes page, just go to jkhealthtribe.com/42. That's jkhealthtribe.com/42. And you can access the show notes page, which will list Will's contact information, email, cell phone, social media information. All that will be listed on the show notes page. And before we go, if you find value from this show, please spread the word. Don't keep it a secret. This is why we do this, to help inspire, educate, and empower people to live healthier. And we need you to help us spread the word as our show continues to grow. And just let everyone know about our website, jkhealthtribe.com. And also we're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, so we can be played on any Apple or Android device. Okay, so until next time, live healthier.
We hope you enjoyed your time with Jamal and Kim's Inner Circle Health Tribe. To keep you on your path towards a happy, healthier lifestyle, we encourage you to visit jkhealthtribe.com for content to help you find your health balance. Thanks again, and we look forward to educating, empowering, and inspiring you to live healthier.